Okay, so now on to the register. You'll see that the first row populated the information that you entered on the customer setup screen up here, your checking account. This is the one that you're going to monitor the balance. So put in a date before you start entering your transactions, the checking account name, opening balance, $1,000, and you'll see the $1,000 there. Your first step when using this register is to enter all of your opening balances. And all of your opening balances will be cleared because those are known cleared balances. Okay, let's say I have an existing car loan and its opening balance. I owe $5,000 on it. Money that you owe is going to be a negative value. Same with my mortgage. So I can $75 on that. I have some credit card debt that I haven't paid off, so I'll enter that as well. Let's say that's on the Discover card. That would be a negative balance. So any credit cards that you put on here, when you're budgeting for the month, if you have an opening balance on a credit card, that will go towards the category credit card debt pre-budget. And that will make a little bit more sense later. Let's see, let's do an investment account. Okay, so all these cleared balances, if you go over to your cleared balances sheet, you'll see that they all are represented here. This sheet will get updated every time you enter a Y into one of these rows. So now that you have all of your opening balances entered, it's time to just start entering your day-to-day transactions. So let's say today's the 1st, and I went out to lunch at, let's say, Freddy's, and I spent $15. I know that on the 15th of this month, my cell phone bill is due, and that comes out, let's say that comes out of my checking. And oops. And you'll see now that I took money out of my checking, it automatically changes the balance here to my checking account. So you can enter future transactions to make sure that you have enough money going in your checking account to cover your future transactions, or maybe you'll see that, oh, I need to transfer some money from my savings. So now that you see that I entered Freddy's and T-Mobile restaurants and cell phones into the register, you can see that it automatically gets applied here in July. So let me move this over a little bit. You'll see that the $30 I put in cell phone is here, and I have $0 left for the month, and $15 on my restaurant budget. I have $135 left. So every time you enter information into the register, it's going to show over here in your budget. You don't have to go and add it here, and very convenient. So back to the register. Let's say I do need to transfer money from my checking to my savings. That's going to be two different transactions. Let's say that I'm moving $500 from my checking to my savings, and that's a transfer of funds. You don't budget for those. So negative $500 is coming out of my checking, and positive $500 is going into my savings. You'll see that I took $500 out of my checking, so now I'm down to $470. And again, you don't see the running balance of the savings, but your savings you added $500 to. Same thing when you're paying a credit card. Let's say on the 20th, my credit card bill is due, and I need to pay that $15 that I charged on the 1st to Freddy's. And so that is going to come out of my checking, and that's going to be a transfer of funds because I've already applied it to a budget. It's already applied to the restaurants here. And then I need to adjust my credit card balance, so Capital One Visa. And this will be a transfer of funds, 15. So that's how you handle it if all your expenses on your credit card have already been captured in the budget. Now, if let's say with that Discover card, I had an opening balance of negative 500 and it was never applied to a budget anywhere, I've got to apply that. Let's say I'm going to pay that on the 25th. And that's going to come out of my checking. And that is going to be credit card debt pre-budget, and I'm going to pay $100 down on that. So out of my checking, it's negative because that is going to reduce my checking account. And then on Discover card, it will be a loan adjustment because that's a long-term debt. And we're going to decrease that by 100, which is a positive value. So now if you look at, let's show you something. On cleared balances, my Discover card is negative 500. But when I go to the register and I say that that's cleared after the 25th, I go back to my cleared balances, you'll see that it's down to 400. So this sheet automatically updates as you clear items in your register.